Emma will share her story of how she took control of her life and stopped her husband Liam's destructive influence. For privacy reasons, pseudonyms will be used as Emma is a prominent lawyer in her state, and anonymity is crucial. Emma and Liam's love story began like many others. They fell in love, got married, and eventually divorced. However, their love was not mutual, as Liam cheated on Emma. The signs were there: avoidance, excessive time outside, and frequent business trips. Despite Emma's success as a lawyer, Liam, who ran a sizable business, considered her a failure because she earned less than him. One day, during one of his supposed business trips, Emma decided to investigate. She found a secret Facebook account on his old laptop, confirming her suspicions. He was cheating with a woman he found more attractive than Emma, often criticizing Emma's appearance. Heartbroken and angry, Emma confronted him. "Liam, are you cheating on me?" "I have proof," she declared. Liam callously responded, "Emma, you're just not that interesting anymore. You're always engrossed in pointless cases, neglecting me. Besides, you're not a supermodel who can captivate me with looks alone." Confused, Emma retorted, "What are you talking about, Liam? I have a demanding job, and you knew that when we got married. I haven't neglected you, it's you who stopped coming home and refused to communicate." When she confronted Liam, she anticipated some remorse, but his cold response caught her off guard. He shifted all the blame onto her, justifying his cheating. Refusing to be falsely accused, Emma pointed out the flaws in his accusations. Instead of defending his position, Liam turned cold again, revealing that he was relieved she had discovered his affair. "Good that you found out, Emma. I no longer have to hide my beautiful girlfriend. She and I will have a perfect life together after I divorce your useless self. Finally, I will marry someone worthy of me and my name." His words hit Emma like a ton of bricks. As he spoke of divorce, he not only insulted her but also asserted that she was not good enough for him, accusing her of being a bad wife. He showed no remorse for his affair and even boasted about how his mistress would make a better spouse. Tears streamed down Emma's face as he demeaned her, proclaiming his affair with pride. This was the man she had loved for over a decade, and his words left her shattered. Through her tears, Emma asked, "How could you say that, Liam? All these years, I've been beside you through thick and thin, honoring my vows and valuing you above all else." His callous response cut deep. "Well, Emma, it doesn't matter anymore. You're just not right for me. I'm now a proud business owner, and a woman with average looks and a pretentious law degree won't do me any good." Feeling utterly demeaned, Emma protested, "How could you, Liam? I'm a capable woman, even if I don't fit your narrow definition of beauty. I've been a good wife to you, and now you're contemplating divorce." Correcting her, he stated coldly, "I'm not contemplating divorce, Emma. I've already decided to divorce you. I'm done. I don't want to be with you anymore. I will file soon and have already hired a great lawyer. You better move out before I come home. I don't want to see your ugly face anymore." A few hours after Liam hung up on her, he sent the divorce papers through a friend who looked at her sympathetically. Emma numbly accepted the papers, shut the door, and cried miserably, letting the reality of her wasted years with a horrible man sink in. However, she decided she wouldn't let this break her. She was a strong woman who would take control of her life and teach Liam a lesson. When Liam's friend delivered the papers, he mentioned that Liam had talked about drawing out the divorce. Initially puzzled, it dawned on Emma that they had a prenup. Liam had insisted that she was entitled to half of his business if he cheated, something she had overlooked in her emotional turmoil. It made sense why Liam wanted to prolong the divorce. He hoped she would give up her rightful share. Determined not to let go of what was rightfully hers, Emma immediately called his lawyer and set up an appointment. Within 2 days, she moved out of Liam's house and into her childhood home, which was in her name. She texted Liam, asserting, "I took my ugly face and body out of your damned house. Good that you've come to your senses and not making a fuss." Liam responded, boasting about his lawyer's reputation, but Emma calmly warned him, "I will give you my business, that's for sure. For now, you will stay away from me." Determined to uphold the prenup, Emma was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. "I don't want to talk to you. You can only speak to me through my lawyers now, and I expect you to empty my house." Liam's words ignited a surge of boiling rage within her. It was astonishing how anger and hatred could fuel one's determination when faced with such utter contempt. Her mind cleared, and she almost laughed at Liam's ignorance. He had no clue who he was up against. Doubtful that his lawyer, Jake, knew either, Emma arranged a meeting with him at a cafe. Upon seeing her, Ethan visibly trembled, only calming down upon recognizing her. He seemed confident, but not enough. Ethan was a decent lawyer, but he hadn't anticipated facing off against someone like Emma. Liam never considered her influential, so Ethan was utterly unprepared for their encounter. Ethan appeared nervous, and his hands shook, but Emma refrained from further intimidation. He wasn't to blame for her predicament. "Hello, Jake. Nice to see you here," Emma greeted, noticing his surprise. "If you have any doubts, let me clear them for you." "Yes, I am the wife." "Ma'am, I'm so sorry. I wasn't expecting you to show up," Ethan stammered, flustered by her presence. "The surnames don't match because I got married after I received my law degree. I used my maiden name for official purposes," she explained. "Ah, I see," Ethan muttered, visibly uncomfortable. "So, I'm guessing you want to drag out this case." "That's what my client has told me," Ethan stated. "Your client has been misleading you, Jake. He's the one who wants to prolong this case. Isn't that what he told you?" Emma confronted him directly, knowing her reputation as a lawyer spoke volumes. Ethan squirmed under her scrutiny. "You don't have to answer that, Jake. I've known Liam for over a decade. I married that idiot, for God's sake. I know what goes through his thick head." Concerned for Jake's predicament, Emma decided to enlighten him. "Since I know you, and it's not fair on you, I'll tell you the truth about this divorce." "What do you mean, ma'am?" Ethan inquired, clearly taken aback. "Did my dear husband mention to you that he cheated on me?" she asked pointedly, watching Jake's expression for confirmation. His reaction spoke volumes, confirming her suspicions. "I won't lie to you, Jake. It did sting and hurt my ego to admit to my colleague that I have been cheated on. It's not a pleasant experience. However, I knew better than to betray my emotions. No matter how humiliated I felt, I still had the upper hand, and I was well aware of that." Jake, on the other hand, didn't know. He said, "Oh no, I don't think my client has told me about that. But he did warn me that, in his words, you would make some baseless accusations because you want to ruin him." "Oh, you poor thing, Jake. Your client has played you like a fiddle. Although it might make you happy to know that Liam thinks you are one of the best lawyers out there." "Well, that's a big compliment, but I will never measure up to you, ma'am," Ethan confessed. "I wish he had told me that his wife also practices law. He only told me that you work at a law firm. My husband never really took my accomplishments seriously. He had a habit of undermining my work and influence. It was foolish of me to stay with him this long. However, it was smart of me to sign the prenup to save my butt," Emma shared. Ethan was completely taken aback by the mention of the word prenup. He looked shocked, and the term seemed foreign to him. It didn't take a rocket scientist to know that he had been ambushed again. Liam had conveniently forgotten to mention the prenup to Jake, perhaps hoping Emma had forgotten about it. Well, who knows? It didn't matter since the word of the prenup was out there. Ethan was frazzled. There's a prenup in this marriage? Your husband hadn't mentioned that. Do you have any proof, ma'am?" Ethan inquired. "Oh, I do have plenty of proof, Jake. I brought the papers along. I had a feeling that Liam would try to get out of dealing with the consequences of his actions. Well, not on my watch. I would really like to see the papers, ma'am. Also, I think I would need to see proof of his affair if you have any. Don't worry, Jake. I brought along everything. Like I said, it isn't me who wants to drag out this divorce. The sooner it happens, the better it is for me. Emma handed over all the evidence to Jake, messages, pictures, and documents. She had all the proof right in her handbag, casually giving them to Jake, knowing that the case would always go in her favor. Ethan studied each and every document thoroughly before sighing and looking rather beaten. He then looked at her and said, I see that you have solid proof of everything, ma'am. I had no idea about all of these things. I figured that out, Jake. Also, I know how difficult it is to work with unreliable clients, especially when the opposite party has an equally strong lawyer for their case. You're right about that, ma'am. I think that's all I needed to talk about today. I believe I need to have a serious conversation with my client before I decide to proceed with his case. I'm sure someone will contact you soon, although I can't say that it will be me. Emma could tell what Ethan was hinting at but didn't comment on it. She thanked him for his time and proceeded to walk out of the cafe. She went straight to work and started to prepare her own documents for the divorce. All the lingering sadness was gone. Now there was this rage within her that was driving her to make sure Liam suffered for what he had done. She knew he had no way out of this mess he had created. It took Liam one day to get back to Emma. He called her, despite telling her not to contact him directly. It was funny but not surprising. She knew he would find himself in this situation. When she answered his call, he sounded very pissed off. What the hell did you say to my lawyer, Emma? Look who's calling after telling me to stay away. Now, what happened with your lawyer, Liam? Stop playing around, Emma. Tell me what you told him that made him quit today. Your lawyer quit today? How sad, Liam. I guess you should have been upfront about your situation and who they would be fighting against. You don't know what you're saying. You are a nobody. I won't let you take away my family business. Oh, I would like to see you try, Liam. I will hire a better lawyer and defeat you. Just wait and watch. I will destroy you in court. You will come to me begging for mercy. Well, sounds like a plan, Liam. Good luck with that. But a word of advice from a lawyer, remember to tell your new lawyer about your affair and the prenup. When Emma said that, Liam simply hung up on her. It made her chuckle. He was in deep trouble but still didn't know it. He would try every lawyer in town and see if anyone would represent him. Emma was a known name, so people knew not to mess with her. Plus, anyone stupid enough to believe his lies would be dragged down to reality when she presented them with her evidence. Liam said that he would make Emma beg for mercy. She knew that it would be a matter of time before he would come begging at her door. She was right. One fine morning, while she was getting ready for work, there was a knock at her door. She was a little confused about who showed up at such an odd time. Imagine her surprise when she opened the door and found her soon-to-be ex-husband looking forlorn and weary. She invited him in because she didn't want the scene outside her home. She was already dealing with enough. When he came inside, she said, "Make it quick, Liam. I don't have enough time to waste on you. I don't even know why you're here. We were supposed to strictly communicate through lawyers only." Yeah, about that. I haven't found a good divorce lawyer yet. Oh, that's sad for you, Liam. You better hurry up, because I hear that your mistress has been dying to marry you. I'm not worried about her anymore. Listen, Emma, we need to talk. You have been sabotaging my lawyer so that they wouldn't take my case. That is very unfair. Emma immediately laughed when he said that. She couldn't believe that Liam would have the audacity to pin the entire blame on her. This once again showed how little he valued her profession. He thought that just because he was willing to throw money, people would fall at his feet. Oh dear, that's an amazing joke, Liam. Let me just clear that misconception for you. I haven't been sabotaging anything. It's your stupidity that's causing trouble. I don't understand. What did I even do? Should I remind you how you lie to your lawyers about the affair and the prenup? That is enough to make them look like fools in court. Do you think lawyers would jump at representing unreliable clients like you? Besides, I will admit that my name will make a lot of people walk away. You may consider me to be useless, but I actually do have a good name in this profession. Yes, I know that now, Emma. I've tried being open with lawyers too, but none of them are willing to help me. That's what happens when you try to go against an ironclad prenup. You really should have thought your affair through, Liam. Not that it matters now. The damage is done. No sane lawyer would fight for your cause. You'll be giving me half of your business. Liam's facial expression said it all. He didn't want to lose his business. That's why he tried to pick a good lawyer and drag out the divorce. He wanted to keep Emma hanging long enough until she would snap and just leave him alone without demanding half of his company. After a few days, it became clear to him that no one would take his side. He was even finding it hard to find any lawyer who would go against Emma. So, he did what he thought was his last resort. He started to cry and beg. Emma, you know how much this business means to me. Please don't do this. You can take everything else, but please don't ask to split the business. Why not, Liam? You were the one who put in the clause of splitting the business in case you cheated. You think I will give up my rights that easily? I deserve it after the betrayal you threw in my face. It was all a mistake, Emma. Believe me. I have actually put my relationship on hold because I know what a big mistake it was. Maybe, just maybe, we can give this marriage a try. I can say for sure that this hurdle will only make us stronger. Liam's words made Emma laugh out loud again. The audacity of this man was unmatched by anyone she knew. She really didn't know what to say. He was actually asking to get back together as if she would be stupid enough to do that. She did know that he had put a pause on his relationship with his mistress. The rumors were out that the mistress was not happy, and neither was Liam. But if he thinks this will make her go back to him, he is dead wrong. You must be delusional for suggesting something like that, Liam. I didn't come this far in life by being utterly stupid. I know that you want to get back to me because you don't want to split your business. Emma, we were happy together. Let's just look past this one time and restart our marriage. I will cut off my mistress, I swear. There's no reason to do that, Liam. Believe me, that woman is going to start running once she finds out that you won't be very rich after the divorce. As for me, this is my golden chance to get out of this sham of a marriage. I must thank you for showing your true colors before we had kids. Now you will reap what you have sown. With that, Emma was pretty much done with her piece. She immediately stopped talking while Liam kept begging and pleading with her not to take his business. It was a rather pathetic scene, but it didn't move her at all. Instead, it made her think of the times she went to bed crying because this man, whom she called her husband, decided to betray her. Seeing Liam in a vulnerable place only gave her satisfaction and completed her revenge. Now she simply needed a clean break to start fresh. Well, Emma definitely got more than what she had bargained for. Karma hit Liam hard and fast. He tried for weeks to change her mind and make her come back home. She turned a blind eye to everything simply because she wasn't interested in his drama. She was ready to move on. Since he had filed for divorce already, she hired someone from her firm to represent her. She wasn't a divorce lawyer, so she couldn't do it herself. Besides, she wanted as minimal interaction with him as possible. After a month of trying to change her mind, Liam was forced to get a lawyer and ask for a clean break. He knew that if Emma took the case to court, he would only face humiliation and ultimately waste money on lawyers appointed by the court. So, he conceded and asked for a mutual split. The prenup made it super easy for Emma to get the divorce. Of course, she had plenty of proof to show everyone that Liam cheated. As per the prenup, he was supposed to give up half of his business to her. He wasn't happy, but there was no way out, so he signed over half of it to her. They did give him an offer to buy her out, but he had no money. Why would a big business owner like Liam have no money, you ask? Well, he had spent it all on his mistress, who was now not taking his calls or texts. She figured out that he wouldn't be rich anymore, but now no one was willing to date her because they knew what a gold digger she was. What goes around comes around, I guess. The mistress was the least of Liam's troubles. With half of his business gone, his earnings were severely reduced. He had to sell his house because he didn't have much money to maintain it or even pay the mortgage properly. He's currently renting a condo that is a serious downgrade from the big mansion he stayed in. He did try to get back with Emma again in the hopes of regaining full control of his business. Safe to say, that is never happening. He now either has to continue the way it is or manage to save enough money to buy her out. If you want to know about Emma, she's actually doing pretty well. She appointed someone to take care of her share of Liam's business, and so far, things have been amazing. She ended up upgrading her lifestyle by buying a new mansion due to her combined income from her law practice and business. Things are going well, and she's living her best life, honestly couldn't be happier. All in all, the divorce played out well for Emma. Instead of getting played by her ex-husband and his mistress, she ended up ruining their lives and bettering hers.